Good day, here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. As the country celebrates the Feast of the Immaculate Conception of Mary, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. urged all Filipinos to take inspiration from the Blessed Virgin Mary by becoming a blessing to everyone. In his message, the President urged Filipino Catholics to uphold the virtues of purity, modesty, and faith exemplified by the Blessed Mother. President Marcos particularly called on Filipinos to share blessings with the poor and marginalized. The President also prayed for continued hope and divine guidance in building the Bagong Pilipinas that his administration aspires for. December 8 is declared as a special non-working holiday under Republic Act 10966 in the observance of the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, the principal patroness of the Philippines. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. expressed elation over the country's remarkable progress in terms of its unemployment and inflation rate. In a Facebook post, the President highlighted a significant drop in unemployment rate at 4.2%, which is the lowest since April 2005. The Philippine Statistics Authority said the number of unemployed Filipinos went down to 2.09 million from 2.24 million in October 2022, which was at 4.5%. President Marcos said these data are not just numbers but translate to millions of Filipinos who have found new opportunities. Meanwhile, the PSA also said that headline inflation further eased to 4.1% in November this year, down from 8% in the same month last year and 4.9% recorded in October this year. In a separate statement, Socio-Economic Planning Secretary and National Economic and Development Authority Director General Arsenio Balisacan said the labor market conditions will continue to improve as the Marcos administration encourages trade, investment, and job creation. He also attributed the drop in the inflation to the timely implementation of strategies to stabilize food supply amid the anticipated domestic and external headwinds in the coming months. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has called on employers, workers, and other stakeholders to stay united in ensuring full recovery of the labor market amid economic challenges and in pursuit of a progressive and inclusive new Philippines. In his message delivered by Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin during the Gabi ng Parangal event of the Department of Labor and Employment in PICC on Thursday, the President expressed the need to create more quality jobs in order to realize the vision of a new Philippines. He also lauded DOLE for its 90 years of promoting gainful employment opportunities and protecting workers' rights, and further reaffirmed labor protection and industrial peace as among his administration's priorities. The event was part of the week-long celebration of the DOLE's 90th founding anniversary. The military has arrested one of the suspects in the explosion that occurred over the weekend at the Mindanao State University that killed 4 persons and injured at least 50 others. Armed Forces of the Philippines Public Affairs Office Chief Colonel Circes Trinidad identified the suspect as Jafar Gamo Sultan, also known as Jaf and Kurot. He said the suspect was apprehended in an operation in Barangay Dulay proper in Marawi. Trinidad said the suspect is a companion of a certain Omar whom witnesses identified as having placed the improvised explosive device at the Dimaporo Gymnasium. Also seized by troops are 2 motorcycles. Authorities are investigating the possible connection of the suspect to Dawla Islamiyah multi-local terrorist group. Earlier, the police released the pictures and identities of 2 persons of interest involved in the MSU bomb attack based on witnesses' description. They were identified as Kadapi Mimbesa alias Engineer and Arsani Membisa alias Hatab, and Lapitos, and are members of the Dawla Islamiyah Maute. The Philippine Coast Guard has taken action following an incident involving a Filipino boat and a Chinese flag bulk carrier vessel near Palawan Occidental, Mindoro. In an interview, PCG spokesperson Rear Admiral Arman Balilos said they have formally notified China regarding the alleged collision. He said the PCG Maritime Safety Officer has sent a letter to the flag state of China urging them to investigate the incident. If there is enough evidence and severity in the incident, he said that China should hold the crew accountable. Balilos said that it's standard protocol for the Philippines to notify China in such cases with the expectation that China will do its own investigation. The collision between the Filipino boat FBCA Ruel J and the Chinese flag vessel MV Taihang 8 occurred at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, according to PCG report. The owner of the damaged boat earlier appealed for help from the management of the foreign ship, claiming that the tragic incident negatively impacted their livelihood. Meanwhile, efforts are underway as the Coast Guard and local authorities have begun distributing aid to the affected fishermen. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account, via the News and Information Bureau website nib.gov.ph under Pna News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office or PCO. It's 17 days before Christmas. I am Wilnard Basilonia and this is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.